turn it down a little bit, right? What do you think? Okay, folks, how y'all doing? Rock out, baby. This is a great CD, which I'm going to tell you about. Hey, folks, this is Matt's Mega Recommendations, Matt's Mega Haul, whatever I'm going to call it, I don't know. But every once in a while, I gather up enough material, folks, CDs or vinyl that I've purchased in recent times or months or whatever, and I just want to highly recommend them to you. And you may be interested in them. Now you got a little taste of the first one, and this is a very unique one, folks. You may want to jump all over this because this would be a cool piece of music you could have that would be very unique to you and your immediate circle of friends, family, or whatever. This is called Cats of Sherman. Can you see that okay? Do my best. Cats of Sherman. And here's the back. You might be saying, Matt, what's so unique about that? Well, first of all, it's a great album. Great rock and roll, British Invasion, the Kinks. You can feel the Kinks on this album. The Who, some Beatles, power pop, heavy rock and roll, psych rock. There's some ballads on here. There's just some cool stuff. Pop. Some cool pop rock on here. It's a great, great album, folks. You can get a lot of songs on it, a ton of music on it. But what makes it special, folks, is this is one of my subscribers and viewers. Cats of Sherman. How many know Cats of Sherman? He may subscribe to your channel as well. His first name is Cameron. I'm not going to give any more of his personal information. He can share that with you if he would like. But Cameron is Cats of Sherman. He has a band. He's the leader of this band, and they've recorded an album. He reached out to me, asked me if I'd like to check it out, and I did, and I love it, folks. It's a great album. So any of you that know Cats of Sherman, he has a profile here on YouTube. You can reach out to him and say, hey, Cameron, I heard some of your music on the Matt Street channel, and I'm interested in your album, buddy. How do I get it? So I highly recommend this album, folks, because this is like one of those albums that you can like play it for people in your life, and they don't, they probably don't have it, and you can say, listen to this. It's great stuff, great rock and roll. So folks, Cats of Sherman, check it out. Cameron's here. Cats of Sherman has a profile on YouTube. Check him out and reach out to him and tell him how much you love this album. And there's the inside. Okay? Good rock and roll. I don't know if you can hear it a little bit in the background, but it's good stuff. All right, so that's the first thing I got. The second thing I want to show you that I got recently was I won a contest. Lo and behold, I never win a contest, but Patrick, the vinyl archivist, had a cool contest, and lo and behold, I won, and I won this great album. So Patrick, thank you so much. John Coltrane, Blue Train on the Blue Note label. Blue Train by John Coltrane. Folks, great, great blues album, a classic album you have to have if you're into the blues. And I was so pleased when I won this because I didn't have it. It's always nice when you win a prize that you don't have yet. So Patrick, vinyl archivist, thank you so much. I love it. Thank you. And I highly recommend it to you, my viewers. Another one I recommend is this, the Hollies. Greatest Hits, it's called. It's an import, I believe from the UK, if I'm correct. 2 CDs, and you've got everything on here, folks. Again, I apologize, you're probably not going to be able to make it out too well, but it has everything encompassing their entire career from the very beginnings right to their final recordings together. It's a great double CD set. It's like clouds with the blue sky, if you're looking for it, if you want to try to order it. But if you're going to get a Hollies compilation, this is one to get that's nice and concise. 2 CDs, has so much material on it, as I showed you, and this is the one I would get. I love the Hollies, and this is the one I take in the car all the time. Or throw it on here sometimes. Okay, Stephen Schnee recommended this one to me. I have it on vinyl already, this material. I have it on another CD set, but this one's cool because it encompasses everything on 2 CDs. The Searchers, Another Night, the Sire recordings, 1979 to 1981. Folks, this is fabulous. Many of you know the Searchers already just from their British Invasion roots, right? You know that. but I won't be able to open up here, but there's 2 CDs in there, back to back. Folks, but do you know of their Sire recordings that they did in the late 70s coming into the early 80s? Folks, it is as good, if not better, than their material in the 60s. The Searchers Sire recordings. Get it, get it, get it. And thank you to Stephen Schnee for pointing this out to me. All right. I don't know why lately, but I've been getting into the Foo Fighters. You know, kind of not really newer anymore. They've been around like 25 plus years. You know, they're getting up there themselves. But I think I have a couple of their CDs lying around somewhere, but I didn't have the greatest hits, so I grabbed that. I got it for a very cheap price. Foo Fighters' greatest hits, which I recommend. Great stuff. Great, great, great rock and roll. And for the heck of it, it wasn't that expensive. I got their new one called Medicine at Midnight. I didn't want to spend the money on vinyl unless I really love an album and know I'm going to play it a lot. I don't usually get the vinyl. But if I think I may want to enjoy it a little bit in the car or around the music room here, I'll pick up the CD. And that's what I did in this case. I got the CD of Medicine at Midnight. And I've listened to it only 2 times, and I do like it. I'm enjoying it. It hasn't jumped out at me yet as being like one of the greatest things they've ever done, but it's got some good beats on it, some good grooves, some good riffs, and I'm getting into it more and more. So, Medicine at Midnight, new Foo Fighters. Okay, when I was at my music store, one of my music stores, Sunset Records, remember I did the video where I traveled to Sunset Records? If you haven't seen that yet, please go back and check it out. We did a road trip. I went with some friends, and you can check out that video. It's only a few back. But one of the things I got there that I didn't show yet was this. I picked up Elvis Presley's Girls, Girls, Girls soundtrack. And it's in great condition, and it's got some great material on here. So I was happy to get that. And in a recent video, me and Mr. Mayo, Joe, showed this on vinyl. And he said it's a really good album. It's a good one to get. And other people recommended it as well. So I didn't want to really spend the money on vinyl, but I picked up the CD. It's called Elvis Presley for the Asking, the Lost Album. So I grabbed the CD, and I'm happy with that. To hear the material on here, it looks like a good little album. I've only listened to it once, and I enjoyed it. I'm going to listen again very soon. So I'm going to grab that used. Now, last but not least, my big recommendations to you is all related to one of my favorite bands of all time, the Raspberries. So I'm watching the Calico Silver channel with Jeff. Hello, Jeff. And Jeff's a big Dylan fan. He likes the Beatles. He's so diverse in his love for music. But Dylan's like his big one. But I was happy to learn and pleased that he's also a big fan of the Raspberries. He loves the Raspberries. I think that's great. I love them too. And Jeff was showing some Raspberry stuff, and he showed this. And I don't know how I missed it, but I didn't have this. It's a cool Raspberry CD box set titled Classic Album Set. It has all 4 of their original albums on CD, folks, with the covers recreated and everything, and a booklet. It's a nice box. You open it up, and you get a book with talk about each album. There's pictures and a little story about the Raspberries in the book, and then you get all 4 of their albums with the covers recreated. You get Raspberries, Fresh Raspberries, all right. You get side 3, and last but not least, The Great, Starting Over, their final studio album. Folks, I cannot recommend this little box set enough to get all the Raspberries albums on CD, and it was only a little over $20, folks. You talk a little over $5 per album. That's not bad. So if you want to explore some Raspberries, this is the one to get. Now, another one Jeff recommended to me when I commented on the fact that he was a Raspberries fan, Calico Silver. He wrote back to me and said, oh, that's great. You have all the Raspberries. You're into the Raspberries. He said, do you have the Choir? Do you have an album called The Choir, Choir Practice? I said, no, I do not, Jeff. He said, I highly recommend it. It's pre-Raspberries. So I was able to get a used one. I went online and I ordered Choir Practice. And Jeff was right. This is a great little CD, and it's a wonderful little addition to my Raspberries collection. The material with the Choir. And a couple of their songs are on the Nuggets box set. They were local heroes in the Cleveland area back in the 60s, late 60s. So thank you, Jeff, for the recommendation. Choir Practice, pre-Raspberries, the Choir. Highly recommended. All right, then I got on a little bit of to finish this up, an Eric Carmen kick. Because I'm into the Raspberries so much, I said, gee, I got a couple of Eric Carmen's releases, but I don't have everything. Maybe I should explore a little more. So I picked up his final, we hope he does another one, but many years ago he did an album called Winter Dreams, which you can only get on import. And so I ordered that. Came out about 20 years ago. His most recent one, sadly. I ordered the first Eric Carmen on CD to listen in the car. I have this on vinyl, but I ordered it on CD, the first Eric Carmen solo album, which is a great album. Great, great, great album. And I got two pieces of vinyl. I got a promo of the Eric Carmen album from 1984. Promo. Oh, can't really see the back, but it's, you know. And this is cool because I didn't pay a lot for it. I got a sealed original pressing of his second album called Boats Against the Current. Still with both hype stickers and sealed. You can't beat it. I'm not going to open this one. I think I'm just going to get a CD of this to have it to listen in the car. But this was so inexpensive. And to have a sealed Eric Carmen album original from, I think, 1977 this album came out, I believe. I want to say 77. With the hype stickers and everything. I'm keeping it sealed. So that's it, folks. Just some recent things I highly recommend to you. And as you leave me, if you stuck around, you get to hear a little more Cats of Sherman. And I highly recommend Cats of Sherman. He's out there. He's on YouTube. He's got a profile. He's one of my viewers and subscribers. Check it out.
Inside out, you've gone round the bend.